Hey guys, Thomas the Virginia here, aka Mustached. I'm here to review the series C. If you end up enjoying this review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to check out that description. The second link will head you over to my Patreon page, and shilling will be remembered or recounted at the end of the review. So I have not done a series review in quite some time, as it's been harder to keep up with series than seeing an individual movie. But I've kept up with this new series called C, featuring Jason Momoa, as well as a few others, but he's definitely the lead character here among the portrait. Season 2 has been rolling out as of currently, but this is more of a non-scripted look at Season 1. So my memory will be very shoddy, and this is more of an overview of the series, more than, picking apart and going deep into the series. So this might be a shorter video talking about the series as a whole, what I think of Season 1 in a sort of, again, general overview, as it were, to C. So the concept of C, to start us off, is that apparently the world had ended, or came close to, and that the people that remained, for whatever reason, became blind, and people then rebuilt their worlds, and their different little factions and whatnot, and sight, being able to see, became the new that became the oddity of the world, since everyone cannot see. So we learn that his children, or I should say another individual's children, is born to his wife, and these two kids have the ability to see. Well, these two kids grow up. We see them as the episodes sort of sprinkle along. We sort of get a time skip for the kids that faster than, it's assumed that they are aging rapidly to catch up to wherever they need them to be for Season 2. So we get, I don't remember which episode it was in Season 1, but at some point we see them at their current and, stuck to age instead of skipping through time. So our two kids, Kofun and I want to say her name is Siwon or something. Something along those names. They have very bizarre names, so it's a little harder to remember their names for me. With them having the ability to see, their parents have to deal with that. Again, them now being the set outcast, and there are groups, again, as I mentioned, so we're sort of following this setup to this Pyom group, I think it's pronounced, and their enemy combatants as we see them approaching. And there's all sorts of little nifty things along the way, like individuals who are able to move and not be seen or heard, that are also blind, but, they have this ability. We have witch finders, as they're called. They find, as they pronounced, witches are people who can see, or, in that general aspect, so people who can probably see the future in weird ways. We also have a little bit of royalty here in this season, building up to that, and what that means in the season or series. And their journey, the kids, to find their true father, to build up this world that is going to change back, apparently, through whatever means, whether that be through genes or through some other thing that is going to occur, I guess. More likely the first thing, based on what's happening in season 2, but, I don't want to get too much into that. And in it, there's a little bit of action, as, when people are hunting down the children, and Jason Momoa's character, Baba Yas, or Baba Vas, I should say, as his name is pronounced, it goes out with his huge weapon and proceeds to very effectively kill people. We see Jason Momoa's talents, both in being very physical, as well as his more aggressive nature and his acting chops, which I mentioned before in that one other movie that I saw him in. This series, more so I believe than Aquaman, allows him to shine as an actor here. And it really shows that Jason Momoa's got some acting chops here. So yeah, I really appreciate that. So yeah. And we kind of end up where the end of season 1, where it's them finding their true father and learning how everything, there's certain elements to that that's really good, but not everything is as it seems. Is that how our season 1 sort of wraps up here? I suppose there's loose, I should say, Game of Thrones vibes here. I've not seen Game of Thrones myself, admittedly, but I kind of feel that vibe is that's a little bit where they're going with for some of these, like, family, drama, or like, particularly in season 2, I feel like is showing that little part of it more very clearly. So yeah, there's not really much more I can say about C as a season outside of what I've spoken about. So as an overall season, I suppose if I were to give it a score, even without, getting into super specific details, would probably be like a 6 or a 7. I think it's a pretty solid season from what I remember it, even though that was like a while ago, or a year ago, I think the season 1 came out. So, it's pretty bizarre to catch it, based on where it is, but, it is what it is. So yeah, that is my review of C, and if you enjoyed this significantly shorter review, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out the links in the description. One will head over to my Discord server, the other to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated. Until next time, everyone, bye-bye.